Hi, everyone. As a psychologist with more than 5 years of devoted experience in men's health and general well being, my name is Dr. Leila. Let me begin by posing a question that could completely change your viewpoint. What if I told you that your most rewarding intimate experiences don't end when you turn 60? On the contrary, it marks the start of something truly remarkable. A chance to experience things you may never have thought possible. Deeper, more mindful, and incredibly fulfilling. I want to explore the realm of self gratification, or masturbation, as we commonly refer to it today. Let's be honest. At any age, it's a necessary, healthy, and normal aspect of life. As someone who is devoted to integrative men's health, which combines psychological understanding with useful wellness techniques, I'm here to dispel the myths and start this discussion. I'll go over 5 brilliant methods for improving self pleasure after 60 that aren't meant to be quick fixes, but rather to help you grow as a person, respect yourself, and reach new heights of intimate fulfillment. To make sure I'm covering the subjects that are most important to you, I would appreciate your feedback before we get started. If this speaks to you and you'd like more information on self pleasure, leave a 1 in the comments. If you'd rather I look at another aspect of men's health next, leave a 0 in the comments. Your suggestions really influence my work, assisting us in producing impactful and pertinent content. So, why is self gratification so important for men's health? Greetings again, or if you're new here, my name is Dr. Leila, and I'm passionate about giving men of all ages frank, understandable, and useful information about their health and vitality. All too frequently, conversations on male sexual health focus on intimate relationships or particular problems like testosterone levels or erectile dysfunction, and yes, those are important. However, a crucial component that is commonly disregarded is your own connection with self gratification. We'll just call it masturbation. It's not only acceptable, it's advantageous. It eases tension, improves sleep, and strengthens your connection to your body and desires. Regardless of age, social taboos, or personal reluctance may make this uncomfortable to talk about, particularly as we age. However, I can tell you that there is absolutely no guilt in trying to improve your experiences while you are alone. The good news is that you still have a lot of opportunity for intense closeness with your body and mind. To completely activate it, they simply need the correct information and constant practice, and the changes can be transformative. In my practice, I have personally observed this. Consider Robert, a 62-year-old widower who felt that he had outlived his ability to have any genuine intimacy when he came to me. In addition to the physical changes that made self-pleasure seem dull, he was also coping with the emotional burden of loss. After we practiced attentive warm-ups and edging methods, more on those in a moment, he reported feeling more sensitive and in control than he had in years. "I honestly thought it was all over," he stated, looking me in the eye during a follow-up session. Now, though, it's more about this deep sensation of aliveness and self-connection than it is about the release. "I have more energy now than I had in 10 years. Next up is Michael, a 67-year-old retired CEO who battled reduced arousal and growing concern over it. He developed deep breathing techniques and a variety of stimulus during our sessions. He saw an increase in libido and the return of those impromptu morning erections, in addition to an improvement in attention and a decrease in stress. These are not uncommon tales. Rather, they are typical results. This is supported by sexologist research, such as that which was published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. When paired with mindfulness, age-appropriate technique adaptation frequently results in increased satisfaction and decreased anxiety. Pursuing miracles is not the true magic. Rather, it's about developing a deeper, more respectful connection with your sexuality through deliberate and consistent practice. Let's discuss the normal aging changes to get a sense of why these methods are so effective. Why do many men observe changes in their erection response and sexual sensitivity as they age? All of this is a typical element of the body's evolution. Arousal may take longer or require more direct stimulation, nerve endings may become slightly less receptive, and blood flow to the vaginal area may slow slightly. The important thing to remember is that this is an invitation rather than a failure. A chance to reconsider pleasure with a focus on consciousness, meaning, and a greater awareness of your body's shifting demands. Many men discover that their previous habits no longer provide the same excitement after decades of racing toward climax. Consider this as an opportunity to more mindfully explore full body experiences rather than as a barrier. Maximizing pleasure requires a shift from speed to enjoying the journey, which is precisely what these strategies are designed to do. Because sensitivity changes with age, rote habits may no longer be sufficient for maximum intensity. Conscious, varied stimuli can help with it. Many men spend their entire lives adhering to the same pressures, actions, and speeds. However, your body is dynamic. Therefore, it's time to experiment and adjust. Let's begin by discussing Technique 1. Rhythm Variation Mastery. You wouldn't want your arousal to be at one tempo, would you? Think of it like a symphony. Start out gently, using light strokes to create suspense, then progressively pick up the pace to intensify the excitement before lowering it again. Your brain is kept active by this ebb and flow, which prolongs the pleasure phase and avoids desensitization. In my experience, patients who use this frequently report feeling revitalized and invigorated. For example, I remember David, a 65-year-old client who was annoyed by brief, unsatisfying sessions. He expanded his experiences from minutes to opulent explorations by experimenting with these rhythm changes. Slow for building, faster for peaks, and then slow again, discovering subtleties in his body's reactions that he was unaware of. This is corroborated by research from the archives of sexual behavior. Arousal that is more intense and sustained results from changing tempo, which improves neuronal engagement. Add high-quality oils or lubricants to make it even better. They increase every touch and decrease friction, transforming even the smallest movements into electric sensations. Playing with pressure and grip diversity is Technique 2, which is smoothly transitioned into. Although it's simple to adopt a one-size-fits-all strategy, you can discover completely new pleasure zones by experimenting with your holding and pressing techniques. To gradually awaken nerves, begin with delicate feather-like touches with just your fingertips. Then move to a gliding, looser grasp for fluid motion, and try applying more pressure at various locations along the shaft. Use your entire hand to massage the base, the perineum, the delicate area between the testicles and anus, and even the testicles themselves. Don't only rub the penis. Stimulating these places can have a ripple effect throughout the entire body since they frequently maintain their high sensitivity, even while other sections change. Since natural moisture may diminish with age, generous lubrication is your best friend in this situation. A water-based lube not only avoids irritation but also intensifies every glide, making even gentle touches incredibly arousing. Thomas, a 63-year-old patient of mine, felt trapped in a rut. He compared the introduction of these variants to rediscovering a map of my own body. I found hotspots I ignored for years. This is supported by research from the International Society for Sexual Medicine, which shows that varied tactile stimulation increases endorphin release and general enjoyment, particularly after the age of 60. The third technique is to extend to erogenous zones on the periphery. Pleasure is a whole-body experience rather than a localized one. Activating areas such as the inner thighs, nipples, lower belly, or even the neck can enhance everything, yet many men ignore stimulating outside of the genitals. To create a network of sensations that converge for a more comprehensive experience, use thoughtful touches, such as gently pressing on the perineum or gently circling the testicles. This expands your pleasure map, encouraging you to pay attention to every subtlety in your body. I've witnessed this change lives in practice. Take 69-year-old Edward, who sought my help after his typical reactions were muted by prostate problems. He experienced a deeper emotional release and recovered intensity by implementing these zones into his routine, which was similar to reestablishing a connection with a long-lost aspect of himself. According to studies published in the Journal of Urology, this method uses neurophysiological pathways to increase arousal, much like acupressure spots in traditional medicine do to improve energy flow. It all comes down to presence. Observe how every touch creates a symphony of pleasure as it travels through your body. Method 4. Using mindfulness and breath. More than just air, breath serves as a portal to intensification and control. Many people breathe shallowly when they're excited, which can speed things up. Instead, take slow mouth exhalations after taking deep nasal inhales that fill your lungs to overflowing. To stay grounded and prolong the moment when the climax comes too quickly, stop and concentrate on your breathing. Add a layer of mindfulness. Observe the pulses, the tingles, the warmth spreading without passing judgment. A mechanical act is transformed into a meditative one by this presence. This has changed the game in my clinical practice. A 61-year-old man named Samuel, who struggles with anxiety-driven premature ends, utilized it to have longer, more engaging sessions and, as a bonus, reported feeling less stressed overall. In terms of medicine, this is consistent with mindfulness-based sexology therapies, such as those found in cognitive behavioral therapy for sexual health, which demonstrate that increased oxygenation improves endurance and the depth of enjoyment. It's compassionate self-care, giving your body the respect it merits. The fifth and final technique is embracing post-orgasm care and full-body energy flow. Use your complete body to elevate self-pleasure to a ritual by stroking your arms, chest, and legs and imagining sexual energy flowing through them like a warm stream. Diffuse whole-body orgasms can result from this. They may not always be followed by ejaculation right away, but they can still be accompanied by intense waves of joy. And enjoy the aftermath after the climax. Breathe deeply. Keep touching people to build connections. Linger in the glow and think about the good things in life. This increases the advantages and promotes self-worth. In a particularly noteworthy instance, Victor, 70, who was feeling disengaged after heart surgery, embraced this and said, "It's like my body became a canvas of joy. I feel renewed, not just physically, but spiritually." Supported by contemporary neuroscience and tantric concepts as discussed in publications such as The Science of Orgasm, this encourages the release of oxytocin for long-term well-being. These are transformative tools, not just advice. You may transform intimacy after 60 into something rich and empowering by practicing mindful warm-up, edging mastery, diverse stimulation, deep breathing, and full-body integration. Regaining your vitality via openness and consistency is the goal, and the outcomes can be amazing. However, even though these increase enjoyment, they cannot replace expert medical care. See your urologist or primary care physician immediately if you're experiencing chronic problems like as erectile dysfunction, pain during arousal, unexplained genital discomfort, or other symptoms. Sexual health can be impacted by underlying diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, hormone imbalances, or nerve damage, all of which call for professional assistance. To guarantee safety and effectiveness, they will offer comprehensive assessments, examinations, and customized therapies. Your long-term health comes first. Don't let shame stop you. Now is the beginning of your path to long-lasting joy, rekindled self-esteem, and a lively private life. Be brave and curiously attempt one method this week, such as a different rhythm or breath focus. Make the appointment if you still have health concerns. This is an investment in yourself that you deserve. Hit the like button if this gave you insight or hope. It indicates that we're headed in the right direction. Share with family members or friends who could gain from it. Your action might alter their course. For more professional insights, wellness tactics, and men's health advice, subscribe and ring the bell. Become a member of our community by posting your polite questions or experiences below. What new feelings did you experience? By working together, we're gaining vitality, power, and support for a happier, healthier life. We appreciate your investment in your health. Let's continue the discussion.